family? How y'all living? Man, it's been a rough week, to say the lack of better words. Like, bro, when I tell y'all, your boy is going, I'm not gonna say I'm going through it, but it seems like the death of my grandmother has really got my family into shambles, for lack of better terms. I spoke to my aunt today. Let me go ahead and start driving. I spoke to my aunt today, and you know, there's been a lot of me and my aunt had a good conversation, right? So, oh, me and my aunt had a good conversation earlier today, and we basically talked about it shouldn't have to take a Let me go ahead and. It shouldn't have to take somebody in the family to like not be here no more for us to come back together and like fix a lot of stuff, right? So I spoke to my aunt for like a solid 35 to 40 minutes about a lot of stuff. And throughout my journey on this planet, bro, like it's still I talked to my aunt, and me and her was like we was clicked, like we was really like linked, we was tapped in as far as the conversation is concerned. And I remember my aunt stayed down here in Atlanta with us for like a year. I was 15, and it was good to hear from her. I'm not gonna lie, it was good to hear. That's my mother's sister. um so having said all that, I was basically like, wow, like this shit still, my grandmother, it still, sometimes it still hasn't sunken in that she's not here no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it still hasn't fully sunk in. Like, fully. Like, I remember I talked to her, my aunt, for like a solid, like I said, 45 minutes. We had a good conversation. But I told Auntie, I was like, yo, I didn't want to go back to New York to see my grandmother like that. I didn't want to see grandma like that. And she understood. And, I'm dealing with my own stuff in Atlanta. I'm dealing with my own things. But I told Auntie, I'm like, grandma wouldn't want to be, she wouldn't want us to be sad and all that. I'm not saying that to be, I'm not saying that to just like keep your spirits up. But my grandmother would not want us to be moping around sad and all that, because I like to remember the good stuff with my grandmother. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I like to remember the good things. And like I said, it still hasn't sunken in that she's not here. And I told my auntie that I told that's my mother's sister. I haven't spoke to her in 17 years, since I was 15. And that's a long time. 15 years, 16 years is a long time. You understand? So, having said all that, you got a lot of people, a lot of family members. I remember when my grandfather wasn't here no more. My grandfather died 2 days before my birthday. And my mother called my phone, was like, where you at? And I was like, I'm at work warming up my car to come home. She said, I spoke to your aunt. That's on my father's side. She said, your grandfather just passed away. And that was before the pandemic. But everybody grieves differently. Like me, I don't know what it is about me, man. Like, last time I really like cried for real was when my aunt passed away. That was when I was 14. But it's real easy to get depressed. Like I said, I've accepted the fact that my grandmother's not here no more. I've accepted it, and I made peace with it. But it still, at the same time, hasn't sunk in that she's not here. Hasn't sunk in yet. And I spoke to my aunt about that. I don't know how to feel. I feel very numb about a lot of stuff this year. Like, I feel very numb. Very numb. And I don't know how I should feel about certain situations. Like, I'm going through a lot. I remember back in 2018 to where you have all this money. I remember I felt so empty. You got all the money, all the clothes, you just bought a car and you feel empty. I felt so empty back in 2018. I remember that. And I'm like, damn, like I remember feeling robotic. I was like, damn, this shit here, like why am I mean, I remember hanging out with these whatever like that, like going through these streets, whatever. And I still got the same drip, whatever, but it's just like, all of that don't mean nothing. It really doesn't. It's like, bro, that's why I posted what I posted on my feed, is because family is the most important thing. And I'm not saying that because my grandmother not here no more. I'm not saying it because of that. I'm telling you guys, cherish those ones around you. The most expensive thing we spend is time, because you can't get it back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody is on borrowed time. Everybody is on borrowed time. And like I said, the moment my mother told me my grandmother was no longer here with us, I felt shock. A sense of shock came through my system. And what else happened? I'm about to turn this light on. Hold on. A sense of shock came through my system. I was just like, bro, she's really gone. And my sister, my older sister, shout out to Jazz, my older sister, the one that y'all seen in the shorts that I just posted. But when my sister, she showed me pictures of my grandmother, like on the hospital bed, bro, she looked unrecognizable. I was like, bro, like, no, like, that really, I want to remember the good things, right? I want to remember the good things about my grandmother. Everybody asking me, am I okay? I'm fine. One thing about the military that really, if it was like 15 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle this, honestly. The military subconsciously does something to your brain. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm in it. It does something to your brain to where you still gotta push past shit. Like, for real, for real. People that's in the military, you know what I'm talking about. You still gotta be able to push past adversity. But I wanted to come over on here to let y'all know that it doesn't matter what happens in life. You gotta keep pushing. And one thing I learned about my grandfather, the reason why I take education so seriously, before my grandfather passed away, he was talking to me about, make sure you keep your straight and narrow. I have the letter that he showed me, but he was like, make sure you stay educated, because this world belongs to the smart, the smart people that is the one that run the world. And I got the letter that I can show y'all if y'all think I'm lying. And I always took my education seriously. This is back when I was in like high school. But having said all that, I'm about to park in a minute, you guys. Having said that, it's like shit back to damn back, bro. Like, I got sick January 27th. I got sick. And literally about a week and a half later, my grandmother is gone. I'm saying, like, 2025 is like already starting off fucked up. It's already starting off fucked up. Spiritual warfare is the battle. You understand what I'm saying? Like, spiritual warfare is definitely a battle right now. I suggest y'all stay prayed up. Hold on. Keep your head up. I suggest y'all stay prayed up. And I'm about to park. My fault, y'all. My bad. Alright, now I'm where I need to be. But I spoke to my aunt. Oh, my fault. I talked to my aunt. Like I said, I spoke to my mother's sister. I haven't spoke to her since I was 15. That's a long ass time. I haven't spoke to my aunt since I was 15. I'm 31 now. So you can just imagine, right? How, like, we had a good convo, but she's going through a day to day, right? She's going through the day to day motions just like all of us. And we talked about my grandmother a lot. I was like, Auntie, I didn't want to see grandma like that. That's why I did not go back to New York. I did not want to see grandma like that. My cousin called my phone. Well, I called his phone because there was a lot of discrepancy with the family and stuff like that. My cousin had called. I called his phone to address certain situations, but that was the last thing that we talked about. Was my grandmother, the funeral, things of that nature, and it was just like he described how she looked. When he described it, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to remember my grandmother like that. I really don't. And everybody, see, that's how good of a person that my grandmother was, is because it's been since, what's today's date? It's nearly 2 weeks and we're still talking about her. It's nearly 2 weeks after the passing of my grandmother and we're still talking about her. That's how much of an impact that she made on my family. Like, we, how can I say this? Like I said, we, had I been younger to deal with this, I probably would have, I don't know what I would do. I'm glad this happened at the time of my life that it did happen now. Because had I been a little younger dealing with this, I probably wouldn't have made it, bro. Like, this shit here is, she was ready to bounce. That's what me and my aunt was talking about. She was ready to leave. She was tired. And at the pictures that I seen, bro, like that, it really, it rubs me the wrong way seeing that. And honestly, she was telling us to take the booster shot, and I told my aunt, I was like, I really do think that the COVID shot back in 2020, those booster shots really sped up her deterioration process. And so I'm just like, I never took the booster shot at all, and I'm not going to. I don't trust that. So y'all telling me, little sidebar, you guys are telling me that y'all don't have a cure for cancer, y'all don't got a cure for AIDS, y'all don't have a cure for HIV, y'all don't have a cure for most of these diseases out here, but you guys are so quick to have a vaccine for coronavirus. Get the fuck out of here. You miss me with that. I'm very smart and I'm very intelligent. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, me and my parents still haven't took that shit, and I'm not going to. Like, I remember when I was at reception in the military, like when I was at reception, when I was doing my when we got our uniforms and stuff like that, it was optional to take the booster shot. But if you're going overseas, like if you're staying in the States, you don't have to take it. But if you're going overseas, it's mandatory to take the COVID shot. I'm not taking that shit, and I didn't. I remember we was looking around, we looked at each other. We was looking at each other, and we was like, you taking that shit? It was like, hell no. Like, and it was like, Junior, you taking that shit? Fuck no, I'm not taking that. But yeah, I got a dry ass cough. My damn throat itches. But yeah, I'm not taking that. So, yeah, man. I really do feel like in my heart of hearts that my grandmother, I feel like that sped up the process was her taking a booster shot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, for real, for real. So, health is wealth. Health is wealth. Remember that. Your health is wealth. Like I said, it still has not. Me and my aunt was talking earlier today. My mother's sister, me and her was talking. It still has not sunken in that my grandmother is not here. Like, it hasn't fully stuck yet. Cause I remember the good things that she taught me. The good things, I'm not sad. This year I'm just numb to a lot of shit, bro. Like, I'm just so numb. This year's starting off bad, bro. Like, it really is, bro. I'm so numb to a lot of shit. Like, I just can't, bro. Like, we're in spiritual warfare for real. And me and my aunt talked about that. It's a spiritual battle going on, man. Y'all pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. If people around you are not bringing peace and tranquility to you, bro, leave. You understand what I'm saying? If they're not contributing with your peace of mind, bounce, bounce. You know what I mean? Simple as that. You know what I mean? And it's not a day that goes by to where I don't think about. Um, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how it was with my grandmother. It's not a day that goes by. And what I mean by that is, um, she told me well, she didn't tell me, but she told somebody else that she lived a good life, and she was telling me how it was back in her day. And I feel like when I get to that level in my life, I feel like when I eventually, you know, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, I'm going to eventually want the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? My bad, my mind is just a blur right now. Cause I've been ripping and running. My whole focus, like this car, my family. Let me ask y'all a question as minorities. Let me ask y'all something. From the black community to the Latino community, to, all minorities combined, why does it take for a death in the family for all of us to want to come together? Why? Why does it take for somebody that's at a high pedestal to not be here no more for the rest of the family to come together? Because I'm not the only family that's done this. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I understand to an extent because it's just the world we live in. It's just the world we living in. My grandmother, yeah, it's crazy. It's just the world that we're living in. And it's just like mind-boggling, bro. Like, it's crazy out here in the streets, man. Like, people love you until they don't. People love you until they don't. For real. I'm so numb to a lot of shit, bro. Like, I forgot what that verse is in the Bible, but I feel like my heart is on concrete right now. Like, for real. People love you till they don't. People love you because they can get what they get out of you, but it's just like this world is filled with people. Hold on. For Latinos, we get together for parties. Yeah, we try to do that too, but at the same time, like, bro, this is the second time that could you bury your loved ones first before you before you start talking about insurance policies and stuff like that? Could you bury your loved one first before we start talking about who gets what, who split what, all this extra bullshit? Like, damn, bro. Like, um, I don't get it, bro. I remember watching the video. Another reason why it's like it hasn't fully sunk in because I am a network marketer. And there's one chick that I always listen to for years. The last thing she said on her seminar was, one day you're gonna, you're gonna take your last breath. So why are you not prepared for it? Do you have life insurance? If you're, you know what I'm saying, if you pass away right now, who the house is gonna go to? Do you have a will? Like, do you have a will of where everything is going? And she said this on her seminar that made me think. She said that your life is a business. Think with your head and not with your heart. I'm like, wow. When she said it like that, bro, I highly doubt, bro, ain't no damn love out here. It's a cold world. It's no fucking love. It's a cold world out here in these streets, bro. It's a cold world. That's like, it's a cold, I just always think about stuff like that. It is a cold world out here. And I just be thinking, I'm like, wow. People don't give a damn about your feelings. People clout chase. I'm just analyzing stuff from when I was little to up to this point. And the spiritual warfare has begun. People don't care about shit but besides themselves. And I need to get more into the word. But we are really in the book of Revelation. We really are. We're in the last, like my grandmother taught me, we're really in the last upcoming days. And that's I don't know what your belief system is. That's y'all's business. But me, I'm a progressive Christian. I'm still learning. I do make mistakes. I don't say the GD word no more. Um, I'm still learning, and that was before my grandmother not here no more. I'm still learning. I'm still on my spiritual journey as well. But I still make mistakes. I still Just a little sidebar. Me as Junior, I still like the finer things in life. Like I'm just off topic, but I paid for these a few years back. Y'all always see me with these on. These was like $250 for these, but I like them. I like to live the finer things in life. I'm not, but at the same time, I still try to get closer to God. You understand what I'm saying? Um, my grandmother always said that he's coming, and I'm just like, when she say that a lot, that's the last thing that she told me. Hold on, let me read your comment right quick. He also had kids, even a baby, but they were strong and they managed to keep their head up and become very grown teens who are hella tall. Like they got the good. What is that? Okay, look up. What am I looking up for? But yeah, you will understand the message. Look up. My ceiling is right here. If I'm looking up. But yeah, bro. Like the chat. I'm looking up. Y'all crazy. But I just wanted to come on here to just like not vent to y'all because there's nothing to really vent about. But like I spoke to my cousin, bro. I haven't spoken to my cousin since. Y'all want to know the year? I have not spoke to my cousin on my mother's side, my older cousin. He's 5 years older than me, since '03. 2 years before my great grandmother passed away. Since '03, I was 9. That's a long ass time. There's a problem with that. There's a serious issue with that. That I have not spoke to this man up until this point. Prior to this point, I have not spoke to my older. I have not spoke to my older cousin since '03. Why? Because it's just like, bro, family members be weird, bro. But it takes this for us to click back together. That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just like, wow, this is insane. Um, but yeah, I'm getting closer to the Most High. I'm getting closer to God. But like I said, I'm still gonna live my life regardless. My mother taught me this. My mother was like, "You're born to die, but what you do in between is your choice, and it's up to you." God gave all of us choice, all of us. God gave you the right to choose what you want to do. It's up to you to follow His rules. It's up to you. It is up to you to follow His rules. The main thing I would tell y'all about feelings and stuff like that, because me, I feel so numb right now. Get it out, cry it out, but I wouldn't stay there too long. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody, we're all on borrowed time. We are all on borrowed time. And what I mean by that is, this time is not yours. That's the most expensive thing in life that we spend is time, because you can't get it back. You can't get it back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all of us are on borrowed time. And when I leave this planet, I want to die on E. I've done everything. I still got my passport and haven't used it once. My plan, I want to travel Italy. I want to take a cruise. I like Another place I want to visit is London. Where else? There's still places in the United States that I still want to visit. They got some beautiful places in the United States. This is not our permanent home. You're right. We're only here to visit. We're only here to visit. Um, but but yeah, there's a lot of places in the United States that I want to visit. California is one of them. I haven't been to Miami. I've been to Daytona Beach. I've been to Orlando, but I've not yet been to Miami. Anton called Miami the Dubai of America, which I believe. I believe it. But yeah, I'ma still live my life regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'ma still live my life regardless. I'ma still network with the people I want to network with. Um, Pay attention to your circle. If somebody's not bringing you positivity into your life, cut them off. It's that simple. It's that simple. Cut them off. If what else? Another thing I want to bring up. I remember when I spoke to my older cousin because my aunt was like, my mom was kind of talking a little bit about my grandson lives in LA. I would love to go to LA. I would love to. Shout out to your grandson. I would love to go to LA. I would my thing about it is uh about LA, California. I want to visit the Bay Area as well. There's a lot of stuff I want to get into that I'm just now tapping into now. Um LA. This whole East Coast West Coast stuff shouldn't happen. But that's not going to deter me from going to California. Um what was I going with that combo? Oh yeah, my he would welcome you. Appreciate it. Shout out to your grandson. I don't know what part of LA he's in, but shout out to him. I have nothing but peace, tranquility in my heart, and I send that energy out to you and you and yours. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to go places I haven't gone before that my ancestors were not able to go. Um, the main what's going on, Juice? How you living? The main place that I want to visit, because I'm in the military as well, and they're getting my a little sidebar. They're getting my stuff situated now by next week. But he lives in Los Angeles. Do you know what part? uh, Hold on, y'all. My bad. But yeah, he if I were to die, I would want to leave this world knowing I did something that most couldn't accomplish. Marine Corps, that's what I was going to go into initially. Oh, Northern LA, okay. Knowing I've made my family and knowing that my kids had kids of their own. Facts. My grandmother told me right before she left that she was proud of me. I almost cried. But see, it's hard for me to do that because it like, listen, when I talked to my grandmother when I was back in Virginia, like just chilling, she kept asking me, am I in the army? I was like, yeah. We had a good conversation. We spoke for like 3 hours. Good convo. So, my bad. I'm eating a granola bar. But, I will let y'all know this. Me personally, how can I say this? Out of all the deaths in my family or around me, see, I had friends that lost people. I had friends that lost their mom, all that stuff, right? I don't know how I feel if I fully process the shit that I don't know how to feel. Like I said, I'm so numb. I'm numb. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. I I set so many goals for myself that I'm just my engine is constantly moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's healthy or not. I'm not sure. Because I still went to work that day. So, I don't mean to keep bringing that up. But, back to my happy topic. I still want to travel. I want to go overseas to Asia. I'm the last of my siblings. That is crazy. I got something to say about that. Listen, my I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off the topic. So, my grandfather told me when I was 18, outside of him, it was 19 other siblings. You do the math. That's a lot of kids. 19 other siblings outside of him, and he's born in 47. God is good and merciful. Lord forgive me. You're right. But the reason why I'm not upset about it is because eventually God wants his children back. God wants his kids back. Let me tell y'all a little story, right? I was at my job Friday, and at the job, this one guy, this one dude who threw a screw at me. I was born in 47. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. You're very blessed. You are very blessed. Very blessed. But yeah, this one dude tried to be disrespectful and threw a screw. You know what happened to him? He lost his job Friday. Not because of that, but for some other reason that I'm not going to get into. Probably another time. But, yo, pay attention to your circle, man. 2025 is already feeling weird. It's already feeling weird. Pay attention to your circle. If people are not contributing to your happiness, let them go. If you're not elevating with your goals, one thing about me that I've learned through all this tragedy and stuff, God just keep blessing me. Keep blessing me. Through all this rain and so-called pain, because it's not really painful, God just keep blessing me. You understand? So, I'm not worried about it, per se. Last time I'm numb. God know what I'm going through. Like what I'm going through internally, like. But yeah, I just feel so numb. I feel numb, and then the main thing I think of is the main thing I like to do is like listen to hype music. I was already like that, but I listen to a lot of hype music. What else? I read a lot. I like listening to financial books, The Quiet Millionaire, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, stuff like that. I get that side from my mom. I'm really good with numbers, and by the way, I gotta fill out that 1099 probably by tonight. But yeah, man, y'all stay prayed up for real. God bless each and every one of you guys, for real. God bless each and every one of you. Um, and this time I would like to end this. I would like to end this live off with a solid prayer. So, you know, I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, even though I'm going through a lot emotionally, well, not emotionally, but just psychologically. Um, it's a lot going on, like back to back. Um, so if this is going on back to back, imagine 2026, and we are still in the beginning of 2025. So God bless y'all, man, for real. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe. And before I get off this live, we're gonna end on the live with some prayers. So if you want to bow your head, whatever like that, let's do so. So yeah. So I'm gonna end on this note. Father God, we come to you. We come to you with grace. We come to you with hoping that you forgive us in everything that we do. Father God, I come to you with peace and tranquility. I'm going through a lot right now. A lot of people on my live, They got families, mothers, fathers, cousins, aunts, uncles, families that are going through a lot, just like my family. I know I'm not the only one, Father. I come to you to hopefully, if you can help and just touch the hands of everybody that supports me in the positive light. Please bring peace, positivity, and tranquility to everybody who supports me, all of my supporters, all of my subscribers, everybody that have health, wealth, abundance, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to serve you, the Most High, and to be appreciative of all the time that we have here on this earth. God, we all know that we're on borrowed time, and eventually we're going to have to, give the time back to you, Lord. But I want to say this in all of your name and glory, Lord. I hope and pray that everybody on this live and everybody that supports me has a lot of health and wealth, and may everybody live an abundant lifestyle. May everybody praise you, because you deserve all the praise, and not worship things on this planet, Lord, because this is only temporary. Let everybody live an abundant life as they so deserve to, and everybody be happy, be healthy, remain calm. And we know that there's going to be a lot of stuff in the future that we're going to have to tolerate and deal with, but we still got to have a smile on our face, and we still have to keep pushing, because with you everything is possible. So I pray that with you being in our hearts, Lord God, I pray that you keep us good, you keep us safe in the future to come, short term and long term. You keep us safe and grounded. In your name I pray. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I feel so much better. But yeah, man. I'm starting to be on my spiritual journey. Even before my grandmother left, I was already starting the spiritual journey back in 2024, about learning about giants, learning about, you know, about Adam and Eve, learning about the Old Testament, stuff like that, man. Like, I feel like we don't pray enough. And my grandmother always taught me Sunday is not the original day of the Sabbath. Saturday is. So, and she always taught me this. Um, just because you're a different denomination of Christianity does not mean that you're not going to make it into them gates when the Most High comes back. And he's going to come back like a thief in the night. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to come back like a thief in the night, you know? But like I said, I'm not going to lie. This is very, people wouldn't think about having a goal like this. But I think I'm ready. Before, like I said, I'm saying this is before my grandmother passed away. I've already thought about all this, so it didn't take that to happen for me to think like this. But one of my goals when I'm ready, because I'm starting to inch further and further of being ready. Like closer. Excuse me. I'm starting to inch closer and closer to being ready. But when I was in Virginia, I cold-heartedly, just because I don't use the N word no more, I'm starting to not use the GD word no more. To getting closer to the Most High. But yeah, slowly but surely, I'm like, you know what? If I keep going on this path, I don't want to put a time frame on it. I do it when I'm ready. But I am thinking about getting baptized. That's what my goal is. I'm thinking about getting baptized. I'm not doing this for nobody but myself. Yeah. So, but yeah, so, y'all stay safe, man. For real. But I don't know when I want to do it, but, when I'm ready, because I don't want to, like, go back into my old ways, but I'm changing slowly. It's a slow progression. I don't use that N word no more. First of all, let's talk about that. Bro, I don't care if you're white, you're black, you're Asian, Hispanic, I don't care. Nobody should be using that word. I have been in church since high school. That's good. That's great. Excellent. You know, but that word triggers me now. I stopped using that word. As a matter of fact, I still bump a little music that has that people say that word in it. I listen to more pop music. I was listening to gospel yesterday. Um, just to get in that mode. And that's another goal of mine that I want to go to where Jesus was crucified at. I want to go to Bethlehem. I want to go to Jerusalem. That was my goal last year. 2024, I want it written down. I want to go to where Jesus was resurrected from his grave, like the actual site. And people like Tony Yayo and Murder Mook, they went into the site where he resurrected, and they felt the energy of the Most High there. Very strong energy. Energy is real. Um, but yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, wow, I want to go to Jerusalem. I want to go to I won't want to say Israel. I don't know about that. But it's crazy how history is, bro. Like for real, for real. But yeah, man, my bad. I know I'm ranting and I'm like going on and on and on. But I'm just sharing y'all my goals and my life experience. But that's what I want to do. I want to travel. Uh, like what Malcolm X did. I want to go to. My pastor went with other Christians. That's good. That's excellent. I might just start doing that in my start ending my lives with prayers. I might just start doing that. But yeah, y'all stay in tune for tomorrow. I don't really do the weekends like that with my lives, but I've been feeling compelled to. But yeah, y'all bear with me, man. So it's a lot I'm taking in right now. No Diddy. I don't even know why I'm thinking like that. But yeah, so y'all be blessed, man. Keep God first, man. Like for real, for real. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all the time frame when what I feel like probably by the either. Like I said, I don't know. I don't want to put a time limit on it. Um, but pretty soon I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm getting baptized and stuff like that. Like that's what I want to do for me. I'm not doing this for nobody else because, like I said, when you get to them gates, you want your name to be in Book of Life. When you get into them gates up there, like when you get in them gates, you want your name to be. You want to be worth. Like my grandmother said before, the last time I spoke to her, you want to be worthy enough to get into the gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I want to be worthy enough. Like, you mean? I'm not perfect. Lord knows I'm not perfect. Like, I have a lot of temptations and stuff like that. Well, I would say adult entertainment, whatever. So, yeah, like stuff like that. But, yeah, I'm not out here robbing nobody. I'm not here killing nobody. However, I would say this. Given that I'm in the army, me and my mom spoke about this. If I have I'm obligated. If I have to shoot somebody or what have you. I have to do my job. If it comes down to that. And my grandmother, she was disagree. I asked her that before she passed away. I asked about that. She disagreed with that, but I signed a contract at the end of the day. You understand? But yeah. So before I get off this live, I want to tell everybody the main from the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard. Hold on. Somebody, I'll call you back. I'm on live right now. From the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard. I respect y'all. Take my hat off to you guys because I know your job is not. I know your job is not easy. So, yeah, man. From the National Guard to the reserves, because I'm in the reserves. But you can always get activated to active duty status. You can always be activated. So having said all that, y'all be blessed. I take my hat off to y'all. Those who aren't there for y'all, like to be able to see y'all family, my prayers go out to you guys. Like I said, keep God in your heart. Keep God first. And I'm going to end on that. And I might just start doing prayers. We honor our military. Oh, absolutely. I take my hat off to every branch of service. I don't care what you are. I take my hat off to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because this job is not easy. But yeah, y'all stay blessed. Stay focused. and stay motivated and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Stay positive. And this is Junior coming at you live out of the south side of Atlanta, and we are out. One.